What's going on, y'all? It's DG back with another video. Today is going to be a good one, a special one, because I'm going to be giving a comparison between every single Nike GT cut. So let's get right into it. Before I start this video, please make sure to subscribe if you have not already. Really helps me out. And most of all, like this video and comment down below what your favorite Nike GT cut is. Starting out with the traction, each of the patterns are right here, but let's get right into it. I think the best traction out of the Nike GT cut line are the ones. Okay, the ones definitely win. Sad about the Nike GT cut one is that I actually hit, I think, 2 pairs for retail, but I ended up returning them at the local Nike outlet. The traction on this one is my favorite. It is the best in my personal opinion. Not only does it squeak very loud, but the bite is very, very good. Second place for traction has to be the Nike GT Cut 3s, guys. You guys can see all of this dust build up right here. I'm 100% sure that the camera isn't actually catching how bad this looks in person, but even with the dust, I still felt confident playing in this shoe. I felt like, you know, when you play in a basketball shoe, you don't want to think about it, right? And that's how I felt playing in this shoe. So honestly, I really like this traction setup. It does have a tendency to slip from time to time, especially if you do not wipe this shoe. For me personally, I did not choose to wipe this shoe just to test out how the traction would perform on very dusty settings. And obviously, after playing in these multiple times, many hours, I still have a very good consensus on this traction. It's very just like below elite. I think it's right below the GT Cut ones, but I really think the GT Cut ones are better. But these are no slouch, guys. I think right now, this is a very, very good traction setup, even on dust. You do have to wipe from time to time. Obviously, that is with every single basketball shoe. Gonna be straight up honest, you do have to wipe with every shoe, but honestly, these are very good. Last place has to be the GT Cut 2s. I do like this tracking setup, but you really had to break it in, and honestly, the fit wasn't that great for me, so I couldn't really just like move in it, and I couldn't really use the traction to my best of my ability. In terms of cushion, first place, I'm gonna give it to the GT Cut 1s, guys. Again, this is based on my personal experience, my performance playing in the shoe, my many hours playing in all of these basketball shoes. Cushion in these are just so much more responsive, very, very low to the ground still, very comfortable, very honestly kind of bouncy too. Second place, I'm gonna give it to the GT Cut 3s, guys. GT Cut 3s has full length Zoom X. I use Zoom X cushioning in the Invincible Run line. It is very, very bouncy in running shoes, but in this basketball shoe, it's engineered for sport, right? It's engineered for basketball, and it is still very good, very comfortable, even in the forefoot, guys. I still feel it in the forefoot. I weigh 180 pounds, so I still feel it. I'm not too sure if it's due to the weight, but honestly, I feel it in the forefoot. In the back especially, no matter your weight, you're still going to feel it in the back. So I really like this cushion setup, very responsive, not as low to the ground in my opinion as the GT Cut ones. So that's why I rank it at number 2. And then number 3 has to be the GT Cut 2s, guys. This one is very high up off the ground, but still very comfortable. Obviously, objectively has more layers of cushion than the 3s, but still very good cushioning setup. It's just, you know, very big departure from the ones, and honestly, I think these are more suited for big men rather than like fast guards. In terms of the fit, you guys can already know GT Cut ones win on the fit. Okay, GT Cut ones win on the fit. This is a very nice one-to-one shoe without any issues in terms of, you know, tightness or any discomfort. This is a great true to size shoe. Second place easily beats the GT Cut 2s. So at second place is the GT Cut 3s. This is a very nice fitting shoe. However, it fits a little bit longer than the GT Cut 1s. However, not long enough to go down half a size. So I highly recommend for this shoe to stay true to size. Even if you are a wide footer, after you break it in, it's going to be money, it's going to feel good. But this true to size feels very good. Doesn't have any hot spots in the shoe for my wide footers, so you guys know what I'm talking about there. But in terms of fit, this has to take second place. I really like the fit in these. Very good lockdown. Then in third place has to be the GT Cut 2s, guys. I really disliked the fit in this shoe. I really did. I felt like the lockdown was also bad, and my foot shape, I guess, didn't really fit the shoe. My foot shape just didn't fit this shoe, my personal opinion again, but it felt a little bit long, very slightly long, but also very narrow. It kind of is shaped like a banana a little bit, and I didn't like that for my foot, so this has to be number 3. In terms of support, it's going to be the same exact thing, guys. Number 1 has to be the GT Cut 1s, okay? But it is not too far behind the GT Cut 3s, okay? So this, in terms of support, I rank number 1 because the base is just very wide and it has a very nice kind of like plastic piece on the outside right here. And again, it's very low to the ground, right? So you're not really going to roll your ankle over. The lockdown is very good in the shoe. The support is very good in the shoe. At number 2 is the Nike GT Cut 3s. This is similar to the Nike GT Cut 1s. It has that plastic piece right there for support. I do feel like it's shaped a little bit longer than the GT Cut 1s, and it isn't as wide, but it's still very, very good in support. I'm nitpicking hairs here, guys, so don't get offended in terms of like, oh, I think the GT Cut 1 is just far above everything else. I still think it's the best, but this shoe is very good in terms of support as well. Has a nice wide base, but I don't think it's as, wide or as low to the ground as the GT Cut 1, so that's why I rank it number 2. Number 3 is the GT Cut 2s because by process of elimination and also the fit, I just didn't like the fit, so everything else is compromised after that. In terms of aesthetics, I gotta give it to the Nike GT Cut 1s. This shoe looks immaculate, especially in this Think Pink colorway. Even came with these pink extra laces. Immaculate looking shoe from Nike. I hope that they put these on Nike ID or even retro them soon. This is where I have a tie, okay? This is where I have a tie. I think the silhouette looks better on the 3s. However, the colorway so far, very early, does not look as good as the GT Cut 2s because the GT Cut 2s killed the colorways. So many good colorways for this model. The Rike PEs, the Sabrina PEs, even like the Black University, Nike University ones. So many good colorways for this shoe. The New York to New York pair, like very good looking in terms of colorways. I have this EYBL Peach Jam colorway right here, absolutely crazy. But I do like the silhouette of the 3s more, so we just have to wait and see whether or not the colorways will be on par with the 2. So in terms of my ranking, I'm gonna put the GT Cut 1 first. Obvious reasons, I think a lot of y'all already saw this coming. Number 2 is easily, again, my personal opinion, the Nike GT Cut 3s. I feel confident in this shoe, guys. Something that I was missing from the 2s. The fit is much better. The lockdown is much better. Everything about this shoe, I think, is better. Cushion you can argue about because the 2s objectively have more cushion. They have more layers of cushion. But this cushion is much more engineered for actual play, especially for guards, because I feel like this shoe is more responsive, more low to the ground, right? Like that is what I would need personally in a basketball shoe because I don't feel confident in the 2s, guys. I can't really play in this shoe for real. I have obviously played so many hours in the GT Cut 2s because it was almost 2 years since we got this shoe. So many different colorways, so many hours playing in that shoe, both outdoors and indoors. And I still couldn't really feel 100% confident in this shoe. The 3s I feel like is an iteration of the 1s. I feel confident in these. I feel like I can really lock these into my foot. They feel seamless. The traction, most of all, is very, very good. The Zoom X is very responsive, very comfortable for me. I just need better colorways. Nike Basketball, please don't disappoint us. Please don't disappoint me. I need better colorways because this one, it's clean, guys. It's clean, but does it really speak to you like the GT Cut 2 colorways? Because this one, although a PE, a lot of the general releases are very good colorways for the 2s. Please, Nike Basketball, if you're watching, which you're probably not, please make great colorways of the 3s because I promise you this will be very popular in a couple months once people have had the chance to watch reviews, all that stuff. I think these will be a fan favorite. So leave a comment down below letting me know which one of the GT Cut line is your favorite. I know a lot of y'all are going to pick the 1s, but leave some other insight down below. Let me know what you guys think looks the best because I do think it's arguable. Follow me on all socials at DG Hoops. Like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you made it this far. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.